Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Patrick Star Showcase for Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl. I have not seen this yet, so this will be a fresh reaction. And just like my Ren and Stimpy one, I'm going to be cutting this up and showing the parts that I think are worth showing. So without any further ado, let's get started.
His light up is snack time.
Ah, it's a Krabby Patty, okay. I couldn't really tell what that was.
Downswing.
Okay, so downswing spikes.
Star Wheel. This attack's hitbox covers all.
I really like that because, I mean, it makes sense because he's a star, but I can't help but think of Diddy Kong doing his cartwheel.
This attack's hitbox covers almost all of Patrick's body, which makes it a good offensive and defensive option. Now to prove that we can
almost
make moves
covers
at
all of his body,
which makes it a good wheel. This attack's hitbox covers almost all of Patrick's body, which makes it a good offensive and defensive option.
That's really interesting because I would have never thought to use a move like that maybe when your opponent is landing. That's really interesting.
Patrick's strong neutral is... No! This is Patrick!
That's just amazing. That's just, it's just so funny they have that reference.
Patrick's strong neutral is... No! This is Patrick! He just wants you to know that he's not a crusty crab.
It's interesting that that's his strong neutral, because I would have thought that that would be his strong down.
His strong up is... Trophy Hat! Hey, if mayonnaise can be an instrument, a trophy being a move is fair game.
Okay, that looks really slow.
Hey, if mayonnaise can be an instrument, a trophy being a move is fair game.
Maybe it's just the way it looks when he hits?
Wants you to know that he's not a crusty crab. His strong up is... Trophy Hat!
No, that seems pretty
slow. If mayonnaise can be an
slow.
instrument, a trophy being a move is fair game.
And it sits on his head for a little bit, too. I wonder how long of a hitbox there is. I highly doubt that there's a hitbox while it's sitting on his head, but I wonder if the full swing is a hitbox. I would say that probably most of the swing is. Probably to where it goes to his head. That would make the most sense. But I wonder, does it strike above him, though, directly? I can't really tell from the footage, but that's my question, is if the hitbox actually full swings above his head.
The startup is somewhat slow, but very powerful if it manages to hit.
Okay, so they talk about the slow startup.
Belly flop. Try juggling your opponents with his slide attacks, and then finishing it up with this move to really lock down some.
Okay, that was really cool, because I was actually just going to question why his strong down and his strong neutral are kind of the same angle, but now I can kind of see the usage of the strong down. But I wonder if the strong neutral can spike as well, because this move to me is just, I don't know, I can't tell why you would use one over the other. I mean, maybe frame data, that's where that would come in, but...
Try juggling your opponents with his slide attacks, and then finishing it up with this move to really lock down some.
Okay, I mean, it has a really interesting hitbox,
and
actually.
Then finishing it up with this move to really...
Because right here, this would be similar to, let's say, like a short hop or something. It's interesting that the move goes that high. Oh my gosh, you know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of King K. Rool's down smash. That's really interesting, except here, this move can spike. That's a really interesting move. I am curious, though, as to why you would use the strong neutral.
No! This is Patrick! He just wants you to know that he's not a crusty crab.
So I'm wondering if the strong neutral just has significant knockback, and the main thing with the strong down is that it can spike? Because the strong neutral has a good amount of end lag to it.
Patrick's strong neutral is... No! This is Pat!
See how long he just puts the phone down
Patrick's
and just has it on the
strong
ground?
neutral is... No! This is Patrick! He just wants...
And I would imagine that while the phone's just towards the ground, there's probably no hitbox anymore. So I wonder if it's just that this move is just pretty strong, whereas the strong down will be more situational. Like maybe down strong isn't as powerful knockback-wise as strong neutral, but you could use it similarly to how you would use K rules, where, intentional or not, you can dodge people's attacks when you go to down smash. So I would imagine the same thing could happen here, and apparently this one can even spike, so maybe that's where the down strong comes in.
Look at Patrick's air strong attacks. Patrick's strong neutral air is...
Oh my
Star Spin.
goodness!
Hey, just between you and me, I think he's a starfish.
That hitbox looks gigantic. What in the
Air strong
world?
attacks. Patrick's strong neutral air is... Star Spin. Hey.
Okay, yeah, it's huge. Because there he just hit with the front of it, and then over here,
Patrick's air
he hits kind of like above.
strong attacks.
Above
Patrick's
and to the
strong
left.
neutral air is... Star Spin.
Which way was he facing when he did that?
Look at Patrick's air strong attacks.
Yeah, he was facing right and he hit him top towards the left. And then
Patrick's
here
strong
he hits
neutral
him
air is
right in the
Star
front.
Spin. Hey, just between you and me, I think he's a starfish.
That move looks incredible. That move looks incredible. It looks like it's pretty hard to miss if you're using that.
Patrick's strong dash is spinning lariat. Straight
Okay,
out
that
of the bug
move-
wrestling competition. Strong
That
dash
looked
is
weird. Watch this. Look at how long it takes to actually hit SpongeBob. Look at this. It just now was hitting him? I mean, he did start it up weirdly close.
Patrick's strong
But-
dash is spin.
That still looks very, very weird to me. So the move was already coming out. So, like, if he didn't get hit right away here, that could make sense. But then he gets buffed up, goes right through him, goes through him again. Now he gets hit. Very curious about the hitbox on this one.
Patrick's neutral special is Star Slam. He grabs an opponent and smashes them to the ground. Keep pressing to smash your opponent up to 3 times.
Now that's interesting, because why would you not want to do that? Because the only thing that I could think of is if you want your opponent to go a certain way, but then at the very least I would think you would want to hit them at least twice. I don't know why you would want to only hit them once, or maybe it's just that's where reaction reward comes in, where if you react to the fact that you grab them, or if you're already mashing and you miss them, then you can get punished. Maybe that's kind of the caveat to it, but I don't see why you wouldn't want to at least hit them twice, because you could hit them twice to go a certain way, or 3 times to go the other way. So I'm not too sure as to why you'd only want to do 1 slam.
Flying upwards.
That looks like
After
it goes
activating the
super
move, you
high.
can adjust the direction in which Patrick will
Oh
fly.
my
Any
goodness.
opponents in the way will get grabbed and
What?
sent flying. And his down special
Okay. I wonder if, depending on where you grab them, like which direction you're going, if that could change the trajectory
direction in which Patrick will fly. Any opponents in the way
of where you throw them.
will get grabbed.
Even if that's not the case, this move could be the biggest, like, show-off, hype type of move. Because if your opponent is on the left or right sides of the blast zone, and you're on stage, you jump off, and you do this move and hit them, and it's enough knockback to kill them, that would be such a crazy way to get a stock.
And his down special is Hug Driver. Patrick gives an unsuspecting opponent a warm hug and then proceeds to jump
Huh, so that's interesting. All of his special moves consist of grabbing in some way.
and slam them to the ground. And if you want to be one of those players, you can also do this.
That's interesting. So that's similar to like a Bowser side B type of thing from Smash Bros. So I guess the question is why you would use the neutral special or the down special. Okay, so watching the footage again, I think the down special is more for getting your opponent off of you and potentially getting a stock because it looks like it has more knockback. And the neutral special, I think when you'd want to use that is if your opponent is kind of at a distance from you, but is still pressuring you, it's a way to lunge at them and then give yourself some room while tacking on damage. Okay, so his down strong can spike. That's good to know. Whoa, hang on a second. How did he grab him? Okay, SpongeBob went for a jump get up, it looks like. Wow. That's crazy. So if you're a stock ahead and you go for this, it might be curtains for your opponent. I wonder if you can mash out, though. I wonder if this is guaranteed. Because in Smash, usually with moves like this, you can mash out. But maybe that's not possible in this game. Patrick's down strong is really something. Look at this. So he was essentially off stage at this point, basically. Yeah, I think he actually was. And then he just got hit backwards. That is crazy. Maybe, okay, watching it in full speed, it looks like it was stopping Patrick, but you can still go pretty far with that down strong. Pretty far off stage, I mean. I don't know if it would have let him actually go completely off stage. Watch it in full speed again one more time. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can. Either way, you can still go pretty far off stage, and that's pretty cool. I will say, though, I feel like you'd only want to use his down strong if you want to really just kind of show off. Using it off stage anyway like that. Because you could just use his light down aerial, and you'd still be able to spike. I mean, either way, it's still an interesting move, but I think it's definitely going to be situational. Because his light down aerial seems more practical in a scenario like that if your opponent's off stage. But it adds to the fun because you could just go for the all or nothing with the down strong. So all in all, Patrick seems pretty cool. I think he's going to have a specific type of playstyle. Not saying you can't have nuance and stuff, but I feel like Patrick's playstyle in general will be more specific, where his toolkit doesn't seem bad, but it just seems kind of specific. I'm probably wording this poorly, but hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. But he seems like he's more based around a specific type of fighting style, which they did mention something along the lines of that at the beginning of this. But after watching this, it definitely feels that way. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. If you want to stay up to date with my videos and live streams, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.